Hey everyone, Mr. French here. This week I'm going to be showing you how I want you to get started with the Research Infographic creation process. So for this assignment you're going to be using Google Scholar. If you want to use something else, that's really fine with me, but I'm going to show you in this demo video what it looks like through Google Scholar. So I searched, hey, nice Facebook notification for you. So I typed in these search terms, English language arts, as my content area. It needs to be related to technology somehow. And then my research area specifically has to do with media literacy. So that's what I chose to do for this search topic. I put in since 2015. For this assignment, I think I asked you to say within the last 5 years. That's particularly important when you're working with technology, especially. If you click the since 2015 box, it will get you there. You can also do since 2014 if you're having a hard time finding relevant articles. And if you are off campus, which I currently am, you will be able to access full text that you may not otherwise have access to if you go through this simple process. So go over here to the top left, go to your settings, and then library links. If you just type in University of Arkansas, you'll find it. You can click this box, and then it will show you access to some articles that you may not otherwise have. So that is already turned on for me. So I typed in these search terms, and then here's what it comes up with. So for this assignment specifically, you will need to be able to access the full PDF. So you'll want to look for articles that have this in the right margin. If it doesn't, then it may just be a little more challenging for you to get to it. So this one is a PDF, but it's also a book. So you don't want books, you want articles. As I was looking through these different articles, I found this one, and I was like, hey, that's my advisor. I'll just go ahead and get that one. So I will go to find it at U of A. Let it load for a second. And then all I had to do was just sign into my UARC account, and it pulled this up. So here I can access the actual journals page. I want to download this PDF. Allow. Okay, there it is. So here is the actual article itself. Pretty short. So this one, for the purpose of this assignment, you may be able to find 4 or 5 key takeaways. That's one of the main components of this assignment. If you can with an article this short, go for it. If not, then try to maybe find one that is a little more substantive and longer that you can pull from. Okay. Oops, it's trying to download for me again. All right. So now that you have that, that's the first basic component of the assignment. You'll need to read that article, pull out some of the key takeaways, and then use those key takeaways to build your infographic. So I just searched on Piktochart. I searched for just kind of a few different templates. This is one that I ultimately decided on. I have done very minimal editing to it, meaning all I changed was the title. Everything else I have done nothing to. So I would want to do quite a bit of tweaking with this before I actually saved it and used it for this assignment. You'll notice this one is actually fairly long. That you have to scroll down a few pages to get there, to get all the way through it. So it may be in your best interest to not make a page, an infographic this long, and I'll show you why here in just a second. But anyway, whether you use a pre-made template or create one yourself, do just pay attention to the assignment sheet, the different components that I'm looking for in terms of the various components and font sizes, stuff like that. So anyway, once you get to a point where you have edited this and you're ready to save it and make it interactive, go to the download button, download it as PNG. That will download it as a picture. And then once you've done that and saved it to your computer, you can pull up Genially. And Genially, after you create an account and everything, just upload a picture, and you'll just upload the picture that you saved for your infographic. So once it's here, now is where you can actually do the interactive elements, kind of playing around with things. This is the reason I was telling you about a minute ago, where you may want to not have an infographic that's super long, because here I'm zoomed in as much as I can zoom in, and it's still not super clear. So it will make it a little more challenging if you have a longer infographic like this. So, but just for demonstration purposes, I can show you what this will still look like. One quick thing I can do is I'm going to add some text. So one of the things there, I just clicked there, and there it is. All right, like I said, that's kind of hard to see, but I'm just going to zoom in manually. And one of the things you're going to need to include for this assignment is the citation. So you can do this through Genially, you can do this back through the Piktochart infographic creator if you want to, but you'll need to include the citation somewhere. I really don't care the format. I typically do APA, but whatever format you want to use is fine with me. So if I was going to just put in some of that brief information, here's some of it. Let's see, it was in 2018, and the article, Transforming English Language Arts Class, Transforming English Language Arts Class. And for the sake of this demo, I'm not going to type in the full thing. Alright, and then the title of the journal. This is Voices from the Middle. And then what was the 26-1, and then pages. I'm not gonna worry about that for now. Anyway, I'm just doing a demo. It doesn't have, for the sake of demonstration, doesn't have to be perfect. Do try to make your citation accurate. You can check Purdue OWL, OWL. It's the online writing lab for Purdue. They have great resources for APA citations and stuff like that. Okay, so now that I've done that, I want to make that interactive. So here, I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Okay, I want it to open up to a link, but the link that I want it to open up to, it needs to be the actual public link on the website, which this is through ProQuest, so it may not be the actual public link. Let me just copy this, open up a new tab in Google, and then there we go. It's the first thing that came up, from Voices from the Middle. There we go. Alright, and then you could see here it is, actually, the public link. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to just go back there, copy this link to the public page, and there we go. Paste the link here, save. Alright, so now if I go to preview, this is a preview, thank you. Alright, obviously I wouldn't want it just smack dab in the middle here, but just for demonstration purposes, I click on it, and boom, there it is. It takes me right where I want it to go. Alright, and then I'll go back to edit mode. The other component you'll need to do is play with the interactive elements. So add buttons. You can do that using some of these, buttons with text, markers. There are a lot of fun things to do here. I encourage you to just kind of play around with it. let's just say, alright, let's say I wanted to make one of these interactive. Okay, so there's my button. I'm going to have to zoom in to try to get a better handle for this. Alright. I'm just going to make that a button. I'm going to pretend that that 70% isn't important. It may or may not be, I don't know. Okay, so then that's an interactive button. You can, so you may not want to do it as a link because that wouldn't really make sense here. What you want to do is insert a text of some sort. So I'll show you how to do that. Okay, so here's how you would do that. I forgot for a second and then I remembered. Okay, so you would click on this. It would be your tooltip, and then you could just add a little bit of text. Here's a little bit of text, and to expound on that particular point, basically just making the PDF or making the infographic interactive. So go back to preview. Here I am. Oh, there's my button. Here's a little bit of text. I just hover over it, and boom, there it is. So play around with this. You'll need to do, I think, 4 or 5 components similar to that. Just get creative with it. And yeah, I hope this demo was helpful. Feel free to send me any questions, feedback, anything that anything you need. I'm happy to help. So good luck. I'm excited to see what you guys come up with.